I'm in the studio late night tryna lay some. Never try to kill the show, he just wanna take some. If you ain't scared to rep the Lord, then boy, you better say some. Keep me stepping in the building when I walk, I shake some. I ain't in Florida boy, but I'ma show my teeth. Go tell it on the mountain, ho, well, know about G.O.D. What he did, he died for me, no, I can never pay that fee. What on rockin' shoes with P6 and red bottoms on my. Hey man, run that back, man. Run that back, man. I thought we were playing. Let go. I'm in the studio late night tryna lay some. Never try to kill the show, he just wanna take some. If you ain't scared to rep the Lord, then boy, you better say some. Keep me stepping in the building when I walk, I shake some. I ain't in Florida boy, but I'ma show my teeth. Go tell it on the mountain, ho, well, know about G.O.D. What he did, he died for me, no, I can never pay that fee. What on rockin' shoes with P6 and red bottoms on my feet, yeah. It was tempting, they were tryna give me. Keep it pimpin', told them keep it pimpin'. 33 down, feel like Scottie Pippen. Got 33 more, open the division. I got word in my mind, word in my heart, word in my lip. Come get the word at the spot, down to CHB, Cherry, that's the block. Oh, but that's my father.
What's good? What's good? What is good, y'all? How are y'all doing today? How is everything going with you? You know, hope you were blessed as the Anglo-led system burns and goes up in flames, and they try to sit here and put up fakes and lies to try to get us on some nonsense, man. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Hold on, I just feel like I hear a echo going on real quick. Okay, no, it's not. I'm fine. Okay. Let me know if y'all hear an echo or anything like that. But yeah, what's good, man? What's good? Yeah, it's getting real interesting out in the world right now. You know, I figured I'd have another little yap session, show y'all a couple things that I saw going on. I kind of want to give y'all a little heads up because they be lying, man. These folks, all they know is lie. Like the Most High was not wrong when he said that they are liars. And the truth is not in them. Like almost everything these folks say is a lie. And it is absolutely asinine and ridiculous that they just lie so much. They just be lying. They be lying. So today I'm gonna go, let's go over a few little videos here, I know, right, bro? Man, look. That situation is so goofy because that's how you know, like everybody in on it, man. It's all a big facade. That the little Chinese psyop dude, Professor Zhang, actually made a good point. I was listening to something he had going on this morning, and I like the way he flipped the Play-Doh and the wall analogy and said that it's reality, essentially, like the reality that we're looking at right now. For those who don't know, the allegory of the wall by the Anglo Play-Doh, which he probably got it from somebody else, knowing them, because them jokers, all they do is steal stuff, when it comes to things, especially these so-called philosophers. Just remember that the philosophers had to go to Alexandria, or aka Egypt, to learn where to how to be a scholar and how to do all the things that they do. So math, the sciences, all that stuff they learned in Egypt before they could even come in there. So a lot of these philosophies that they have, I'm willing to throw 99% on it that the vast majority of them are just ripoffs, and they just took the Egyptian, what they had, and then they slathered a bunch of mayonnaise on it, put some raisins in it, and then was like, oh we're scholars. Look at us, like, look, we're so smart, we're so scholarly. Look at what we created. I mean, y'all act like nothing is new. I mean, everybody thought Elvis was great. Elvis took that song Hound Dog from an actual jazz musician. It was a Black Hebrew female musician that came up with that song. She only made $500 on it, which at that time, that's a pretty decent amount of money. But your boy, Mr. Stealing stuff, Elvis, he took it from her and made millions. It's the same thing with Eminem. I just seen a video today of an older rapper who literally was like, Eminem stole that man's style, just bar for bar, flow for flow. Whole style, bar for bar, flow for flow. There's no inspiration. He just straight took it. And he literally, I was telling somebody earlier, they said, yeah, didn't he call himself Elvis Presley? I was like, yeah, he did say that. And I'm the next thing, and the next thing, the Elvis Presley, the dude with black music so successfully. All he said and all that crap. He literally said it in the beginning. And yeah, he is that. Because his current style, everybody around here calling him rap god and all this other stuff. He straight stole it from that dude. I mean, saying cadence, everything. He didn't add a little bit of nothing. So, a lot of this stuff from these jokers is fraudulent. They always want to point at us and be like, "Oh, we was kangs," and try to make fun of us. But everything in racism is projection. You got to understand, the ones without culture are the ones without melanin. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if you look at every little place where there's supposed to be a culture, there's always a natives or a indigenous people that was there first and that was doing what they were doing first. These jokers just came in, killed the men, sleep with the women, and then boom, boom, boom. Now it is. Now it's how it is. And now they got all the whole situation gotten people thinking that it's them that came up with it. Like I remember that's why I love going into Indian culture. I'm going to yap about that real quick. The Indian culture, because they're retaking their culture back from the Anglos because they tried to say that they came in and stole their culture. I mean, they came in and gave them the culture. Like the reason why it's so rich is because Anglos came in and gave it to them, which is a straight lie. Like there's so many different Indian scholars disproving that. But as I said, all these folks do is lie. They can't rule with fairness because they have nothing to offer. So all they can do is just talk to demons and take stuff from you and lie about it. And that's what they're doing right now, even with all this 2.0 of 2020 that they got going on right now. It's another little pandemic cooking, but it's just something a little extra to that. And then there's some other little stuff too that I'm going to hop into real quick. So let me I'm going to go ahead and let me see here. I'll put Mr. Nate over here like that. This is our good buddy, Canadian prepper. He had something interesting to say about the little impending lockdowns and all the stuff that they got going on. So let's hear what he has to say about hantavirus, because he actually made a very, very excellent point that kind of helped me realize what I was thinking was not crazy, because this junk just came out of nowhere. But I'm gonna let him yap for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hop in and add some context.
Day parade in.
Let me know if y'all have any issues hearing it. If not, just that's cool. But let me know if you do. You shouldn't, but let me know.
Russia. And apparently that ceasefire was only violated a few times on the front, but now they're back to full-blown fighting, and it's very likely the moratorium and deep strikes will be lifted in short order once again. I expect that the Russians are going to do a big air offensive. Many people are noticing that there's a massive buildup of forces in and around the Zaporozhye region. Okay, now let's get to this hantavirus stuff, because this is weird. Something is going on here. Now, I know everybody's going to go down and write in the section, this is the low-hanging etymological fruit right now. In Israeli slang, hanta means nonsense, a lie, a scam, a hoax, something completely fake. It's a colloquial term used to dismiss a story claim as bogus or full of crap. You can't make this up, okay? Hanta in Hebrew, especially in the current geopolitical environment with Israel and Palestine, could they have picked a different one if this is part of some grand ploy to lock us down and crash oil prices? Well, something doesn't make sense. This is a 30 to 50% fatality virus that typically, if something like this was being studied in a lab, it would be a level 4 lab, maybe biosafety level 3, which in the very least consists of a level B hazmat suit like this, okay? Maybe not a positive pressure, but typically that would still be the case. Look, 30 to 50%, you're wearing a positive pressure suit with a self-contained breathing apparatus that you are going to decontaminate every time you come in and out of a region that might have this virus. These guys around the world, not just in the United States, this is in Atlanta, home of the CDC, Center for Disease Control. Now, remember, these guys are wearing painter suits. This guy doesn't even have a suit. He just has a mask. 30 to 50% communicability. Now, either this is nothing, and I know that's going to be people's knee-jerk reaction. This is all COVID hysteria. They're going to pat themselves on the back for being critical thinkers. But hold up. Just hold on a second here, because I think there's more to this story, okay?
Now you go, watch what he got to say, about after that. But he made an excellent point there because I didn't know about the fatality rates and how deadly this virus is. And he's absolutely correct. Like if that thing got a mortality rate like that, bro, you should be in a full hazmat suit like you in a zombie virus apocalypse or something. Like you not gonna be out there like this dude out there just wearing a mask and his regular EMT clothes, and these dudes is out here wearing painter clothes and painter booties that you wear to keep the paint from getting on your shoes. Like they're not, the little masks and stuff that come on the front. Like, are you serious right now? If this thing is that deadly, why are y'all not dressed down like that? Why are y'all not going in like that? And then, if we see it, it's all happening the same. Like we've seen this movie before, y'all. We've seen it before. It's literally looking like how they did in 2019. First it started off with goofy ships, and then it was people getting off a plane, and this person here, and then this and this, and then it was over here, and then it was over there, and now they're saying, it's gonna happen here, and it's gonna get bigger, and all blah blah. Like the same song and dance that we saw from 2019 and early 2020. And we all know how that led out. So I'm thinking, okay, all of a sudden now there's this let's just say it's not overly exaggerated. Let's just, for argument's sake, say there's this magical virus that just came out of nowhere that just now is just sweeping the world again. Why would something like this be happening now? And why is it now like America and Europe are all getting amped up about this? Like almost all the American channels, that's all they talking about is hunter. They talking about is this and that. That's all they got to say. I want to show y'all a little something. I want to show you a little something that's going on right now. This is over in Sri Lanka, what they're doing because of what's going on in the geopolitical system. Make sure I got this up a little bit there.
Every Wednesday is now a holiday in Sri Lanka if you're a public worker. Schools, unis, museums, you name it. Every Wednesday, they'll now be closed until further notice. An extra day might sound nice, but it's actually to try and save fuel because of the war in the Middle East. And Sri Lanka isn't the only Asian country that's struggling. Since the US and Israel launched its war on Iran last month, the regime there has responded by attacking ships trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz. Millions of barrels of oil and gas are still stuck there. 90% of it is meant for Asia. Some countries are so reliant on Middle Eastern oil that they've only got weeks of fuel left. So in Myanmar, for example, private vehicles can only operate on alternate days. In the Philippines, many government workers have switched to a 4-day week. And in Thailand, people are being told to wear t-shirts rather than suits to try and save on aircon, which can't go any lower than 26 degrees in government offices. Now, some countries like India and China have been talking with Iran to try and get some of their ships through. But for most people elsewhere, this is the new normal.
So doesn't that sound like a lockdown? Didn't that sound like a lockdown? Hold on, let me let's go over to Australia. This is from Australia. They're also talking about this situation here. Let's see what they got to say over here.
Disruptions to oil supplies brought on by the Iran war are continuing to bite in Asia, and more measures are being introduced to try to ration fuel. We've already been seeing queues in countries across Asia for petrol. In South Korea, the government is going to start enforcing driving restrictions on public servants. Under the system, cars are divided into groups based on license plate numbers and prohibited from driving 1 day a week. There are also issues with supplies of cooking gas in India, with concerns people could be pushed to use dirtier fuels like timber and cow dung. The country's put restrictions on some...
Only India would use cow dung. Only India would be like, oh, what am I going to burn and make my food? Hey, that cow just dropped a little poop over there. Get that. We're going to make some dinner tonight. Like, that's that.
Domestic gas sales and cut sales to industry to avoid a shortfall. These are just the latest measures as governments continue to grapple with the fuel crisis. We've already seen work from home mandates and universities close in some countries in a bid to save fuel. And it's likely more rationing will be required while the Strait of Hormuz remains practically closed.
So now this is going to kind of put things in perspective to make you think about. So all of a sudden, when all these other countries, because remember when everything happened with COVID back in 2020, it started over in Asia, then it spread in Australia, and it just slowly spread over to the West. So immediately after this war started, you started having all these issues with these Asian countries and all these other countries, even in Europe, and I mean the same exact pattern. But now all of a sudden, you know, as things are going longer than America said they're going to go, here comes this virus with a name that's slang in modern Hebrew for nonsense. Could it be that it's not that to try to save face? Because, you know, how many of us have heard as soon as you try to tell somebody about what's going on, the first thing that most of the Matrix addled go asleep because they live in their American dream because they knocked out cold. I mean, sleep, drooling, they ain't even got up to use the bathroom, so they done peed on themselves. They just laying in the mess and sitting there thinking they living up the life in the American dream. You tell them that the gas ain't coming, the first thing they say is, well, we only get 20% of our gas from the Middle East, so we're fine. We have reserves. I mean, look, we got 121 ships coming over here. We're perfectly fine. Go America, make America great. We're gonna be good. We're selling everything and making it bigly. Look at us. You're like, bro. So if we got so much oil to sell, how come we're right now? They've done it since the beginning of this month. They got this 15 octane fuel with corn oil in it, then more than anything. Why if we got so much oil, why are they cutting the oil? Basically, they cutting the product. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they like the little dealers out there cutting with baking soda right now. You know, they ain't got enough the pure, so they got that cutting baking soda and out here getting jokers on that crack rock. So we got crack rock gas putting in our car, but you want to tell us that we good and we straight? So, you know, we good. Like, jokers ain't out here sniffing the pure. This gas is cut. This that crack rock. This that they calling me gas. This that kind of gas. This that climb in your car, take your radio gas. This that crackhead gas, y'all. And they want to tell us that it's doing well and everything's fine. But now all of a sudden, there's this magical virus with a name that means nonsense that comes in, and wouldn't that be convenient to have to lock down? Because, you know, there was a lot of people not on the road during COVID, if you remember, when the whole lockdowns happened back then. Everybody stayed on the road. I mean, you already see that these other countries are out here starting to ration their fuel. They're starting to ration days. They're talking about, hey, so y'all get away. Hey, Wednesday just a holiday. Every day is a holiday now. Hey, Wednesday the holiday. Funny they picked Wednesday, Odin's Day. That's a very. I just thought about that as I was sitting here talking about it. That's very interesting that they picked Wednesday as that day because, man, again, I got to send y'all to the Shattered Paradise. Join their Patreon and watch them videos. The videos that they do about Odin's Day. Even if I sit here and talked about it, the production values and the just the beauty of what they have that they do, it does it so much better. But Wednesday is Odin's Day, and if you pay attention, a lot of the things that Odin represents, you see the president of America following suit with, and doing a lot of things that's done with, like, you know, the number 88 being very popular. He put 2 flagpoles up in the north and the south lawn of the White House. They were 88. The 88 also comes from the SS. SS, the S being the 8th letter, so it's 88. It's a lot of you know, what do they say, Heil Hitler, all that kind of crap. It got the 88. Like, there's so much stuff that goes along with 88. And so much numerology symbolism that they've been doing with this. I mean, even when you go into what's his name that got his neck stepped on, he was in school back in the day, and his number that he played for college in high school was 88. So there's a lot that goes into all this stuff, and then they pick, again, nothing that they do is by accident. It will be very convenient to say, oh, we have a virus, everybody should lock down. Oh, we'll save on gas while you're locking down. That way they don't have to lose face to show that, hey, we're actually hurting over here, we're doing gas, because that will make them lose total face. Because, you know, you over here messing around with this Strait of Hormuz, and you telling everybody, oh, we're good, we're fine, oh, we're just trying to hold it down for the world. The world needs it more than us. We're just here to help the world out. Oh, you guys in the world, you should sure come over here and help out. I mean, you guys really need it. How about you send some ships over here, practically begging somebody to come help bail you out? And now you would look really stupid if you had to lock down because of gas. This lockdown which I highly believe that they're going to do. I highly believe that it's looking again like, because the way The media is talking about it. It's literally giving me deja vu. I'm talking about the cat just walked across the room and then stopped, and I turned around, the cat walking again, y'all. They done made an update to the glitch in the Matrix because they don't want to lose face in this situation. And plus, they don't want to wake up the folks who sleep slobbing on themselves and living the dream, because then once all that happened, they're going to be like, well, I guess the war isn't going bad. But if you say, oh, it's because of a virus, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll get the needle work when it comes out. I'll go ahead and give me some more experimental medicine. Let me sign this form that says I can't sue you. Like, this is the same thing that they're doing because it don't make any sense. Like, just like what your man Nate said with Canadian Prepper. It's like, bro, if this thing is killing 30, 50%, if it's so deadly, why is this man out there practically in a tracksuit? This joker, look, this man out there in regular clothes. You dealing with this highly deadly virus, and all you got on is a doggone mask you got at Costco, nigga. Are you serious? Like, are you serious right now? Like, this is why, they be trying to get you in so much panic and nonsense and stuff. You don't have time to stop and think. Because if you stop and think, it sounds ridiculous. It sounds stupid. That's what it does. It sounds stupid. It really is stupid when you stop and think about it. But they've gotten so used to people just being so dumb and just going along with the program. I feel like there's cracks in the system. Like their programming is cracking. Because if you stop and look, this is clear as day that, okay, y'all up to something. Y'all clearly getting whooped, and you ain't going the way it's going. So now you over there in China, brought all the oligarchs with you to do a bad game to get some money to try to get them, back into the Ponzi scheme that is the American economy. And then you also got the plans to lock this thing down because you're trying to save on that gas because you don't have enough gas. All these special magical reserves ain't really there. They be talking about reserves. First thing they say, oh, we got reserves, so we don't need them for gas, blah, blah, blah. But then why does it affect us? So when Venezuela was popping back in the day, when their gas was doing it, when there was funniness going on, I think it was around 2008, they were popping off and stuff. They weren't affected by the gas going up. They are the gas. It's like, if you got the gas like that, it's not going to affect you. You're the provider, bro. So why is it that all of a sudden, all this stuff is happening, and now they got to cut the gas rations, and pretty soon you're going to start seeing it? Because just like down here in Florida, we do watering days. So on certain days, this zip code can water. On the other days, this zip code can water. It's about to be like that for driving soon, man. They're going to start telling people to work remotely again because of the virus. And then they're going to start telling people to kind of, try to not go anywhere. And, it's going to be just like it was I Am Legend when you go out on the street, because everybody locked down because of the nonsense. But it's not going to be because of this. It's going to be because of all the stuff going on that's going on with all this thing. I mean, it's even hitting in Australia. Here's a
month into the war in the Middle East, and we're all now paying the price, mostly at the fuel pump. State leaders rallied this afternoon, trying to get on the same page before an emergency national cabinet meeting tomorrow. Some are pushing the Prime Minister for fuel tax cuts. Others want better communication.
Bulk carrier Pacific Opal lumbers through Sydney Heads this morning on a 16-day journey to Vancouver. A reminder, oil moves far more slowly than its price. March, the month Brent crude roared above $100 a barrel.
So unfortunately, this situation is not going to end anytime soon.
Prime Minister Albanese has called premiers and chief ministers to their second fuel emergency meeting of National Cabinet. The state leaders holding a pre-cabinet discussion late today. Queensland says Canberra has to provide faster fuel price and outage information.
For every state and territory, every day via a national dashboard.
Business now warning the leaders not to repeat the COVID pandemic's hodgepodge of different state approaches.
So see, they already are referencing 2020 again, because they already see the same situation coming up, where just like it was back then when everybody was scrambling to try to get something in, this is the same thing that they're doing, but for fuel. So it's kind of funny that now that it's starting to hit America, like literally right in May 1st, when they start cutting the gas, and the gas got to get cut with corn. So, number one, this gets rid of all the old cars. So, you have folks that thought they were slick. They're like, now they have kill switches in cars. And actually, it's getting kind of worse in cars. Now they're installing stuff in cars that watches you. like it'll actually watch you, and they'll have an AI installed in all the new cars that if it thinks you're impaired, if it's looking, the AI will look at you and be like, hey, Dave, you want to drive? I can't let you do that, Dave. You look like you had one too many there, sir. I suggest you sit over here and sober up. And once I think you're ready to go and drive again, I'll let you drive the car. That thing won't let you drive the car if it thinks that you are drunk. That's the new stuff that they're about to put in these cars, where it's going to be looking at you all the time, trying to determine your fitness to drive. So this is a multifaceted thing. This is why they bringing in that gas with that 15% octane, because if you got a car that's older than 2001, guess what, bro? That thing gonna be down. Yeah, your car is definitely impervious to them using the kill switch, but they can push the kill switch by not giving you good gas. Unless you got gas just stored up and saved up, especially ways that you keep your gas, you can't work like that. Like, they want to make sure that you are locked down, that you have nothing. Like, literally that Project 2030, you will own nothing and you will be happy. The Great Reset. Do you not see this as coming in that way? Oh, you will own nothing and be happy. You thought they were just playing? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you my man Orlando Minor. He always be having me rolling the way he be being so petty to people.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. Now we're starting to see that landlords and everyone else, especially the big ones, the corporations. Remember what I always say over here. These companies are, I say it all the time. So it's no surprise that since they said to themselves, we can't raise rent anymore because people can't afford it. But what can they afford? Subscriptions.
What do? You get another brilliant idea.
Let's make it so that they can't opt out of it because they needed to access their own home that they're paying for. Oh, man, why didn't we think about this before?
Pure genius.
Hey, so everyone has lost their fucking mind. Apartment hunting, housing market, renting, whatever it is, you've absolutely lost your mind. So as I sit here apartment hunting here in Los Angeles, would you believe that I came across this place, $2,500 a month, okay, one bedroom, no utilities included. You have to pay for your parking, bare bones, 3 times the rent, $650 minimum credit, okay? I scroll down to the bottom, and I see that in order for you to access your unit that you are paying $2,500 for, okay, you must subscribe to a monthly membership to use your key fob. If you don't, you will not be able to access your unit that you pay $2,500 for.
Shakedown.
What?
So y'all heard that. y'all heard that. So now they are doing it in all these special high rises and condos, especially the ones in the downtown area. There's another lady that I'm gonna show that he has on it. I'm gonna show you too, and she talks about it as well. Now you're paying $25, $26, $27, sometimes $3,000 a month for your little 1-bedroom, 850 square feet unit. That big old high-tech unit that totally is worth $3,000. Now, to walk in your own front door, you have to pay a monthly service fee, y'all. To walk into your own front door, you have to pay a subscription. You still be paying for your unit. Your unit paid for it. You done paid it, you done paid it for the month. But if you skip that $89 fee that they charging you for the door fee, you stuck, bro. You paying for a unit that you can't even walk into, bro. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Niggas is just thinking that this was just play. They just thinking that people just saying stuff. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Oh, it don't get no more wicked than this. Hold on. She's not the only one talking about it. Hold on. I'm bring up the other lady that he had brought up.
I have been here for 4 years now. And when I first moved in, we had a fob system for locks, right? Little gray disc that you attach to your keychain and you just slap it up against the little magnetic-y thing and it unlocks the main door, your door, all those things. About a year and a half to 2 years ago, we all get an email from our apartment complex that they are doing away with the fob system. And instead, we are going to be on a phone app lock system.
Okay.
So Fobs are going away. They're going to change out all the locks on every single door, and we're all going to be using this phone app moving forward. Also come to realize, right around the time that they put in this new lock system, they also started a new fee attached to our rent, which is called the Technology Connect fee. And the way they originally talked about it was, we're going to start offering internet as well, so that you don't have to go with any third-party internet providers, but that's totally optional if you want to opt in. A lot of us don't opt in. We use some of the more reliable providers that are around. But that technology fee still exists for everybody every single month. Because that technology fee pays for the app to unlock the door. That technology fee is $85 a month.
Wait, what?
We all pay a subscription of $85 a month to unlock our doors.
That's rough.
$85 a month, almost $100 a month, not to live here, not for your rent, just to get in the door. Because the apartment complex, without a vote from its residents, without anything, the property managers decided this is what we're doing now, and we're going to charge you for it. But it'll be great because it's tech, it's high quality, blah, 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 blah. It's better than the fob system. Meanwhile, the residents hate it. We don't like it. It's not reliable. It's a pain in the ass. And we pay almost $100 a month just to unlock our doors.
Will you continue
to get into the homes that we reside in? This is capitalism in a nutshell. We're going to create a problem. We're then going to solve said problem that we created. And then we're going to charge you for the solution.
Yes. Good old America.
And when we talk about how people are struggling to just survive, let alone thrive, it's because of this kind of shit. It's because we have moved to this place where we own nothing. Everything is subscription based. Even being able to get into your front door is on a subscription that if you don't pay, you don't even get into your own goddamn home.
Yes, that's tough. And that's horrible.
In the future, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
Here's the thing.
They thought they were playing when they said that. They a lot of people thought that this was oh, it's just something, a lot of people didn't even realize this was even said. A lot of folks was just so, again, they asleep, they slobbing on themselves, they done urinated on themselves, wet the bed, they in there having that nice American dream as they knocked out, just laying in filth, and don't even realize that there's a wolf that's coming for their throat, and they just knocked out thinking that they're in relative safety. Like, dog, you have to pay to get in your door. And Orlando makes a good point later on, because he's like, you don't have to live in those apartments, which is true. A lot of these are the ones that are like these, big time downtown. I don't know how they have done it in other states, but here in Florida, those have been like, they aggressively built those up over the past years and stuff. Like downtown, they put all kinds of new condos and little mini cities, little mini town hubs where they have the apartments attached to like a Publix or something downstairs, or there's a gym downstairs, and it's like these little all-in-one, super convenient 15-minute city. I mean, local townships. You got your 15-minute city going because, hey, gas is too expensive, so you don't need a car. So, hey, you got to go everything in 15 minutes. And, hey, why don't you move into these new buildings where you got to pay $90 a month just to walk in the front door? Just to get in your front door. Are we serious? Like, this is where we are right now. Like, this is America. Like, you got to charge somebody to walk into the front door of the house. Like, if I've said this before, it's somewhat, I meant it somewhat euphemistically, but it's actually true. Like, if they found a way to quantify air and to control air, they would charge you for breathing, bro. You would have a breathing bill just like you have an electric bill. And for how much air that you breathe in during a certain monthly subscription period, that's what they charge you for. And if you don't pay for your air, they're going to take your air away from you. Like, this is the most wicked, ridiculous thing I have ever seen, bro. But this is where we are. This is where this system is at. This is where they're shutting everything down systematically all around. And we've been seeing it, but they're doing it like real slick, through different sectors, through different means and different ways that they got this stuff going on. Like, I don't know if y'all have been noticing, but it's the interest rates for the banks have been at zero. When the president appointed the new Fed chair, he immediately dropped the interest rates at zero. But why is it that even if you have now it's not perfect credit, because they actually just raised the credit score. So again, what do? We changed the parameters. What did Vader say? I've changed the nature of our agreement. Pray I don't change it any further. That's what they did. Because if you had an 820 back in the day, boy, you was good. You had that A plus. You was able to get that 0%, that 1%, that 2%. You was getting that next to nothing. But now, if you got an 820, you're not quite A plus, because the new system goes to 900. So, yeah, you used to be able to get that car for about 2%, but now you gotta get at least 5, 6, 7. It's not our fault. The system changed. You just got an 820, and now it's at 900. Like, they keep changing the rules and changing stuff and moving the goalposts on things and adding fees on stuff everywhere. Like, let me hold on. Let me there was I don't want to pull it up because they got my that's my Amazon on there, but I have bought some memory for my computer back in 2024. Like, memory now is going through the roof. Like, if you're looking for anything for computers or anything, buy it now. Like, you should have bought it already a long ago. It's way more expensive now, but buy it now. Don't wait. Don't hunt. Don't wait for deals, because it ain't gonna come. Get what you need to get now, because it's only getting more and more expensive. I bought a kit for my computer, 128 gig kit of memory to put in my computer, because I just do stuff like that. And when I bought it 2 years ago, it was about $240, about $250 for that. The average, like a 16 gig of memory, that usually is like about maybe I want to say $80, $90, somewhere around there, about $100, depending upon if you're going to get something super fancy, it might be a little bit more, but the average is going to be about $100. Again, I put 128 gigs, which is way bigger than 16, for $248. That same kit on Amazon, I check it every now and then just to see how ridiculous it is. That same kit that I spent $240 on is now going on sale for $1,199. $1,199. What they're doing is they're systematically taking everything away. You won't be able to own a computer no more. So how you get online? Well, you can go and get what they call a VDI, or a virtual desktop interface. So basically what it is your computer that you have at home is what we call a thin client. That means that it's going to be just the bare bones. It's not going to be able to be real strong or anything. It's just a bare bones unit, but it's just strong enough to connect you to another computer. We use those in the technology realm all the time. Like, we'll roll them out and we'll have like a big server that everybody logs into, and they just use like these little easy, cheap behind PCs they call thin clients, because all they do is just remote into another computer where all the power is in the cloud. So now they want you won't have a regular laptop no more. You won't have a MacBook no more. You won't have any of that no more, because you won't be able to afford it. So now if you want to use a computer, you have to get a thin client, and you got to pay for a service. GeForce with NVIDIA, they already have a service like this for video games. I believe it's called GeForce Now. And you literally play video games on servers that they have set up for this, and you have to pay for the time that you use. So if you want to play video games for 5 hours, you got to pay for that time. And if you go over the time, then they'll cut you off and then charge you more for overages. Again, subscription. Everything's becoming tokenized and subscription. We're getting closer and closer to 2030. You're seeing more and more autonomy being pulled away. Now, we know, those of us that are paying attention to the word and that's been out here, we know that this is that what goes around comes around. You know, he that leadeth into captivity shall be led into captivity. People skip that verse in the Bible. They don't think that that's going to happen. They just going to be like, the Bible says, oh, I've never been a widow. What do you mean? I'm fine. All we do is win. I'm going to have magical white Jesus come and he's going to whisk us all away and we will never have to suffer and never go through anything, even though we committed all kinds of hell on earth and we're unrepentant for our ancestors and we just did all manner of evil and we don't even read the Bible properly. But hey, Jesus is going to come and save us. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's all nonsense. All nonsense that they're doing. And they're not even talking about how they're taking, like, y'all remember how, and I know, you know, all us Hebrew folks know how they went in and they started taking land from our ancestors, especially the elders, when they built the highways and they doing all that stuff. The very same thing is happening with data centers. Now the data centers are being taken and being used by them to build in, like, especially in Georgia, like all the folks that live out in the country, you know, all the Anglos, the elder Anglos that live in the country that, you know, saved all their life and got these houses, they're pretty much intruded on now by these giant data centers. Giant data, which also eat a lot of gas and energy, because they're talking about, the president was talking about redoing the whole EPA, the energy agency, to allow them to use nuclear. Like they're gonna just have little nuclear reactors just to feed, just for the data centers, to feed the data centers. Like, this ain't all for AI, man. This is because everything is going to be done by an agent. You won't be able to get in your door unless you've made your subscription paid. So you got to make sure your AI agent has enough coins or credits available for you to get in your front door. And then you got to turn around and log into your computer, to log into your cloud account and make sure your agent can connect you there. Like, this is what all these data centers and stuff are going for, because they're going to take every bit of agency away. And they're doing all these different things to corner people and put people in the corner. That's why I don't believe that this, you know, I'm not saying go be reckless. I'm not saying go out there and just, you know, be whatever, you know, use wisdom. But I highly, highly believe that this is being used as a cover for the fact that the oil is going to be going down. They're going to have an energy crisis. And now they're doing everything they can to lock people down. They're doing everything that they can to keep people locked down. I can totally see them doing, oh, if you can't afford the $89 a month subscription fee for your door, well, then you can go into our low income fee where you're allowed to leave your house twice a month and you can come back in and get reentry. So now you're on lockdown because you can't even afford to leave your house and get back in. Now you're on lockdown because you can't even afford to leave your house. Because you can't afford, if you leave, you can't afford the fee to get back in. This is where they're going in this system. This is where they're trying to take it. It's a lot of this we saw that they were doing. There was this, I'm gonna show you this right here. Let me know if it comes up. I'm gonna share this here. I shared this before. This thing here. I shared it once before. It is the World Ahead. It was for the Economist in 2026 when they had all of this stuff here. You can see, let me see if you can see my yeah, now you can see my little icon there. I wanted to show y'all some stuff with this thing because it's kind of crazy. Let me see. Let me zoom in a little bit here so you can make it a little oh wait, I can't zoom in there. I will zoom in right here. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit to show y'all something. Because, you know, a lot of this that's going on right now was talked about. You see this right here. This, mind you, this came out in 2025. Don't get it twisted. This came out like, I think November last year, October, November, when this magazine cover came out. That's when this came out. You already see right here the war, the pricing with the dollar, and all that's going down. You see the world leaders here just dancing around like, oh, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. They just sit there, just you know, just dancing around because it's all a game. It's all a show. It's all a show. You see the AI robots and stuff that they got going on. The money broken. You see the broken dollar sign because of the broken dollar system that's coming up. Of course, all the signs of war and all that stuff. But then, you know, they also slid in the medication stuff over here. You know, there's all that because they want to let you know that's there too. You see pills all over the place. See, there's pills everywhere. There's pills here, there's a pill there, there's a pill there, there's pills all over the place. All this, there's a pill bottle right here. All this different stuff that's pointing to what we're seeing going on right now. The one that's really, there's a couple things. You see also they had that, you know, the trip to the moon, quote unquote. They went to the dark side of the moon and then came back on this phallic looking little object over here, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. and you know, you see these very Ashkenaz looking gentlemen right here, you know, looking like they're performing a ceremony and stuff. Like, they're letting you know what's going down, bro. They're letting you know what's going down. Two of the things that I found the most interesting is this year is the 250th anniversary for America during the 4th of July. And then here you have a cargo ship that is shooting at the said birthday cake, and it's hidden like this. Do you know Iran actually has cargo ships like this? They actually have cargo ships where the whole cargo container is nothing but a missile launcher. They have them all the time out there. Like, you can't tell if it's a regular cargo ship or if it's one of Iran's launchers because they got it set up so slick that thing will launch off the missile and then keep it moving. Like, they be launching missiles from all kinds of weird locations and just keep it moving. Like, that's the same thing that they're showing right here. These hidden battlements inside of cargo ships that are aiming at America. But one of the things that I really want to get at that aims at us is this one right here. This is extremely telling. And I want to show you something that shows you that they're trying to get us out there on stupid stuff. They want to have us, they want to make a recreation of 2020 when folks was out there, you know, doing all the rioting, and they was out there marching and all these different things, you know, for George Floyd and all that stuff that happened. They want to recreate that, and they have these goofballs. I call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum that's going on here. I want to show y'all this oh God, this mess right here with this idiot right here. These are all just morons. This chick in the middle is this. I think she's running for office down in Houston. This is in Houston, Texas. So you got this goofball hyena right here that's supposedly running with the nails and all the crap on, got the shirt all low, showing off all the titties and just all this stupid stuff. Then you got this goofball nigga Cornel West. Enough said. If anybody who know about him know he's been a goofball since the beginning. And then they got the quote unquote Black Panthers. I don't know what these Timu niggas is. They got Manny Fresh little cousin over here with the little beret on, like this little weird black Dickies outfit on. Like, this junk looked like my first revolutionary outfit that she got from Spirit Halloween. Like, she was going as a Timu Black Panther with this stupid goofy patch that they have on. They didn't even have enough to give the old boy. He just got the regular shirt that just came straight out the package. He don't even got a doggone a patch on his shirt. And they seem to be running around every time something happens. They be trying to start something up. I'm gonna play a little bit of this.
The nation, we are here in regards to a rogue cop that has to be here today at 1 o'clock because it was brought to our attention that she may be given a out for resignation.
So what the hat-haired hyena is talking about is, y'all remember that one story about this one Anglo from Spain woman who's a police officer who just, you know, happened to get online and just talk about her disdain about black folks. Now, mind you, she's a whole police officer, but she gets on her personal social media and starts saying all this crazy racist stuff just out of nowhere, supposedly, quote unquote. So she's up there yapping and yapping and yapping about all this stuff. So now that activated this clown crew to come out here and to do this nonsense.
Instead of being fired. Everybody seen that egregious video that she made, speaking of the black community. One, she does not speak for the Hispanic community. Two, you would not speak about my community in that manner and hold that badge. You think that that we're gonna allow you to do that in our city. I bought the belt of justice today because
you see bro. Look, all the see. This is the kind of stuff. This man. Oh, the audacity. This is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. That this is what they think is going to take to get Negroes out in the street, to get some goofball hyena covered in doggone Party City jewelry with a doggone grandma's belt, talking about she bringing the belt of justice, and she got her face all caked up. And I mean, she just a whole clown show. This is a whole clown show, but the whole thing is aimed at getting us out there. And you don't believe so? Watch this. This was one thing that she went to. This was another one. So there was a gas station. This is a brand new gas station that was built. And a young Hebrew boy went to go to the bathroom, and they told him the bathrooms didn't work and made him pee outside. So then Deputy Dog and the black kittens and Cornell Corny decided to take up and go out there and start some mess. So here they go out here with this. So now they walking up to the into the I'm gonna skip ahead. They ran up in the gas station, you know, where all the stuff is going on. Like she out there just in full get up. He out there in full get up. I think she's trying to run for something, which I don't know how she's gonna do that now, you know, while she's out here being a ploy for these folks. And you know, I don't know why our Hebrew women like just being a tool for the white man. I'm telling you, the best tool in the white man's belt is a Hebrew woman. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like when you look at the main ones who are their gatekeepers and the ones who keep their system fueled and running, it's Hebrew sisters, because they give them the semblance. Oh, you don't need a man. Oh, you're free. Oh, you can just go out and do what you want to do. You go, girl. You got money. You don't need that black man. You don't need him. This. And now these goofy heifers is out here worshiping at the feet of these dirty foot cavemen, and then they out here doing this nonsense. Then you got dumb, idiotic jokers like him who put their testicles at the matriarchal table because they want to sit at the table, so they just chop off. They become a eunuch, self-made eunuch, just so they can get a little bit of seat at the table, so they can go around and do this type of goofy crap.
Where's Grandma at? Come on, Grandma.
Hey, where's the owner? Sir? Where's the owner? I don't want no damn card. Where's the owner? Look. He coming in there talking all like, you know, he tried to see, because, you know, black folks like ignorance. You know, the ignorant black folks like the ignorant. They, he went in there, he showed him, he went in there and asked for the ball. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to be racist in it? Like, just don't go to the store, bro. Just stop going to their store. Like, we don't need to be going to their stores and junk like that anyways. We know how them Indian folks act about us anyway. Like, bro, like, are you serious? Like, now they going in here and playing all biggie. Sir? Yeah, I don't want no business card. I want the owner. How you doing, brother? You shouldn't spend one goddamn dollar in this store.
I shouldn't spend nothing. I won't spend nothing. They got some pedophile activities going on.
Exploiting a young black child, embarrassing a young black child, and told a black child that they could not use the restroom to go and do in the back. And then these no good bastards recorded that child and then took the video and showed it to all of the kids leaving the school, our babies leaving school, and they showed them a video of one of their classmates poo-pooing, embarrassing this young brother and treating him like he's less than a human. Now, what the store did was absolutely asinine. Number one, that's kind of crazy. I really... After these folks make stuff up so much and they lie so much, I don't even believe the whole situation, y'all. Just to be honest with you straight up, the whole situation sounds so far-fetched and crazy. Like, why in the world would Abu go and record the dude and then be like, hey, little children, look, let me show you. Like, that's weird. Like, are you serious? Number one, recording a child like that is actually child pornography. That's what that is. So you can't do that. Like, there's a laws that's actually set up that even if a young girl films herself naked, an underage girl films herself and shares her nudes like that, they actually set up a law, which is a good law, that will charge her with spreading child paraphernalia because she is a child and she's spreading it out there, which is good. That stops them from doing that kind of stuff. They still do it anyway, but why would this clerk risk that? And then how how did he even know the children to even go and shit? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, nothing about this makes sense, but here these goofy niggas go with the goofy black kittens and the goofy hyena chick. Like, they trying to get us set up, y'all. They want to try to get us all riled up, and they're using these goofball idiots to come out here and try to raise stuff up to get a reaction out of us. So we go out there in the streets so they can lock us up, so they can fulfill their design to try to lock us up. You notice it's the Black Power, the resistance fist, and that fist has a handcuff on it. They want you to act up. They have another one. There's another place that they went to. This is, again, that's what I said. This is far from being normal. They went to 3 different places that back to back did some racist crap. And her crew of fools just going out here yelling at these folks, not doing nothing but bringing cameras around and making a big spectacle.
Where your manager?
Where your manager? Look, he got his little thing boot there. He make sure I look good for the camera, girl. Make sure they see me right. We gonna get these niggas out here so Massa can lock them up. We're looking for the manager. Looking for the manager.
Yes.
Is the owner here? Where's the owner? Yes, sir. Is the owner here, sir? Is the owner here? Yes, he coming too? Bring him out front.
I already took care of that. I've got to tell you.
So they're going to all these different places. All these so-called, I forget what this one did. Again, man, look, if I call goofballs like them for every time something goofy happened to me, man, please, they be out here in and out, especially those of us that work in corporate America and have to deal with the stuff. And if you know, you know. You walk in and, all of a sudden they greet everybody. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up, brother? They want to start that. No, man, greet me the same way you greet them. Like, come on, man. We all been through the nonsense. But these jokers is out here making a spectacle of it. This, from what I've heard, she's trying to run for something in Houston. Again, I don't think she's privy to what they're doing with the so-called voting rights and stuff, trying to let black folks know. I mean, these folks still want to work for this system when they're actively telling you that they don't want you and they don't like you here. They've already done said that the slavery wasn't the bad thing because it was legal, so tough deal with it. They are already talking about, yeah, we're going to get rid of that voting amendment because it's basically DEI. And as soon as they did that, all these different states started redrawing all their lines, making it so you practically don't even have a black majority no more vote. So you're getting removed out of the system slowly but surely. And now they got Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and the doggone dumbets running around trying to get your black behind out there. So you feeling the pressure from, well, if you believe in the system, you're feeling the pressure from the voting, you're feeling the pressure from the UN resolution, and now all this extra goofy stuff is going on. They want to get us out there in them streets. They want to get us out there in them streets. they want to get you out there in the streets. Yeah, bro. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. You just gotta just look the other way. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. It's some little chicken place that's got set up that probably already eating chicken that don't even probably ain't even real chicken and stuff like that. They're doing you a favor by whatever they did by making you not go there, but they want to go make a spectacle. They want to get you out there in them streets. They want to have you out there running around, carrying signs, thinking that everything's everything, so they can toss you in this new alligator Alcatraz they built down here in Florida, or they can go toss you up into Rikers Island that they reopening up in New York. All these different places that I don't believe some of these data centers are data centers, honestly. I believe some of them are low-key detainment centers on the low. Because some of them are huge. And I'm like, is that really a data center? Is that really? Because y'all, they're doing a lot. They trying to get us out there on straight nonsense. Don't fall for the nonsense, y'all. It's even if it don't come from Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and the dumbettes, it's gonna come from somewhere else. You're gonna have some stupid thing. I'm telling you, I don't even use Twitter anymore to like get news and stuff. I'll do it every now and then if something big is happening and I want to see like up-to-date videos, but I try not to because it is so racist. Oh my goodness, since that doggone German dude took over at Twitter and renamed it X, it is absolutely been bonkers with the just sheer, I mean, talking about most of it's bots, most of it's just nonsense and craziness, and I mean, and it's just vile, vitriol, just crazy stuff, bro. Like these jokers are just openly racist and nobody cares. Like it's crazy how bad it is. So they want us to get out there. They want us to get offended and to get out there. But one thing I am happy that all Hebrews, whether they know they Hebrew or not too many people falling for the okie doke, which I'm glad. There are gonna be some. You are definitely gonna be some. I mean, look at these goofy niggas following them around. Like, ain't no way in the world I'd be around here following Tweedledee and Tweedledum to go do this stupid crap that they got going on. Like, this is absolute foolishness, y'all. But they are literally playing games with the system right now, trying to play games with reality to get us to run out there with all these goofy slights to try to just find something that, they're trying to find one thing to get us all upset in the uproar so that we'll go out there and start doing this nonsense again. And they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. This Hey, I agree. Sit down and stay out them streets, bro. Like this time, this ain't our battle. This ain't for us. This is where Judah doesn't practice war no more. I know, some of us, we like to get out there and crack our knuckles and start throwing bows. You know what I'm saying? You want to throw on the crime mob sound, and you know what I'm saying? You throw on that knuck if you buck, and then you want to run outside with the white tee and start the scrapping and, get like the Mississippi brawl, but we can't do that. You couldn't even do the Mississippi brawl in this type of climate no more. I wouldn't even that. You couldn't even do that. They'll probably try to. That will probably go totally different if it would have happened today. They'll probably try to turn them jokers into some kind of terrorist or something for that mess like that. Like this is where we're at. Like you got to be extra careful where you are and try, like straight up. I would honestly, hey, if I don't have to be in the crowds, I'm not going in the crowds. Because it's getting extra silly. Y'all been seeing all the different shootings and stuff that they got going on. They got all these shootings that's happening and all these different things that's just going on everywhere. Like all this stuff is happening. I think they had one where it was the transgender guy who used to be a Marine that went shot up a place. And then there was another one with this other shooting that just happened again just recently. So it's like it's getting more and more and more and more often. It's getting more and more normalized. Be careful. This is why I wanted to bring this up. Be careful. Be careful out there. Be wary. It's not saying be scared. Just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of where you go. Be aware of what's going on and where you're at. Don't just be outside and just be all la-di-da-di-da-di. We're not in those times right now. We have to be vigilant when we're out and about because it's getting extra silly. And some people can't handle it. There's a group of folks that, that they ain't used to the suffering. They had a whole fictional mermaid get changed over, which was stupid in and of itself. But they acted like the world. Oh my God, they made a black mermaid. Oh, it's okay to be white, guys. It's okay to be white. They're trying to erase us. Oh my God. The mermaid Ariel was white. They making her black. They're trying to replace us. Oh, black people are so mean. They just want to take all our stuff. We've never taken anything from them and put it like it's ours. This is the goofiness that we dealing with, bro. This is the goofiness that we dealing with, man. I really wanted to just really bring that warning out there for this, from just this and as well as that goofy behind virus thing that's going on, to kind of gain some awareness to what's happening. Like this things is moving. It may seem like they playing these little games and they politicking, but behind the scenes, they are moving the chess pieces and they're trying to box people in. They are boxing you in slowly but surely. Yeah, there's PO. We've got a ceasefire. Oh, everything's fine. Blah, 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 blah. But then all in the middle of that ceasefire, they went and, now they're trying to agitate the blacks. Oh, we're going to take away their voting abilities. Oh, now we're going to let them just straight up red line right in front of them. They're going to keep doing more and more goofy stuff because these folks are wicked, man. They evil, bro. And if you don't believe that they're evil, I'm going to leave you with this. There's two things I want to show you from RT. One thing here, You know, for folks that think that these people are just regular and it's just this and that and blah 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 blah. Okay, ex-Zelensky aide consulted Mystic on key decisions. Investigators. Court testimony suggests former chief of staff Andrei Yermak sought advice from a feng shui practitioner when making ministerial appointments. So, bro, for those who don't know, feng shui is a type of divination. It's usually they say, it's just about making sure you're balancing your building. You know, you put things where the yin and the yang flow, and you want to have everything set up. They walk around with this big compass, the I Ching, and then they use this way to divine to say, okay, you got energy here. You need to put a flower here. You got this there. You need to put this there. You got this here. You got to put that there. They doing all that kind of stuff. They're consulting this mystic for help. Former Ukrainian presidential chief of staff Andrei Yermak, who was charged this week in a money laundering investigation, consulted a mystic while considering candidates for senior government posts, according to evidence presented by prosecutors. Yermak, a close associate of the leader Vladimir Zelensky, stepped down last year amid mounting scrutiny over his alleged ties to businessman Timur Mundik, who fled to Israel shortly before being accused of masterminding a large-scale embezzlement scheme at a state-owned energy company. During court hearing on Tuesday, prosecutors revealed details of Yermak's reported interest in occult practices, claiming that it may have influenced staffing decisions at the highest level of government. They just telling it, they saying the quiet part out loud, y'all. They literally are saying the quiet part out loud. Like, these are the type of people that we're dealing with. He's not the only one. He just got caught, and they just throwing him under the bus. We already know from the files that they got all kinds of stuff like that, where they got the one file where the one aide from the White House was saying, I'm finna go offer a chicken to Molech. Those who know Molech don't do chickens, but he does do children. It's ridiculous, this nonsense that's going on. And then there was one more thing. I wanted to talk about the Sarmat, but I think it is not on here because, here it is. So now, Russia, in the middle of all this happening, Russia completes what they call the Satan II missile. The Satan II missile is the one that's so big that it can come over here. On May 12th, 2026, Russia carried out the second successful launch of its newest heavy liquid fuel intercontinental ballistic missile, the Sarmat. The launch marked another major milestone in the flight testing program for Russia's next generation strategic missile systems. Following the test, President Vladimir Putin announced the first regiment equipped with Sarmat ICBMs would officially enter combat duty by the end of 2026. A ballistic missile of this class is being developed in modern Russia for the first time. The Sarmat is intended to replace the Soviet-era Voyvoda missiles, which until now have remained the most powerful ICBMs ever deployed. Thanks to the immense power of its liquid fuel rocket engines, the Sarmat is expected to carry an unprecedented payload between 10 and 14 medium-yield thermonuclear warheads, each with an estimated yield around 700 kilotons or potentially up to 5 maneuverable hypersonic glide vehicles similar to those used in the Avangard system. So this thing right here is the one that can reach over here. That's the big deal about this missile. This missile here is one that can come over to America, and they just successfully completed it and basically just let you know that, hey, we can put big bombs up in this thing, big bombs in this thing. And the other crazy part is Russia just changed their standing. So now they said that if they think that there's any foreign nation that's doing anything that would harm any remote foreign Russians or any other nation and harm in any way, they can attack that nation as a form of self-defense. So they're already posturing themselves to find fault, to get a reason. They've been tolerating all this stuff. Now all of a sudden they finna, because again, don't get it twisted. I think Russia's on that nonsense too. Because again, they have your boy with who was we were just talking about, Mr. Zelensky and his feng shui friend there. They have been bombing inside Russia like heavy. They ain't been talking about that over here, but they've been going like in Russia, inside Russia, using U.S. Ability and guidance and stuff, and they ain't been saying nothing. So you mean to tell me that you got this dude bombing your people all in your country, and you're not doing nothing? You're just gonna sit there and let it happen? You're just yapping. But of course now they stepping it up because now everybody's ready to go to the next end game of where it's going to go. They about ready to shut down the system and bring the pain on. So now when they come out with the new new way of doing things, you're gonna be so busted up and broken and shook. And of course, you'll take their mark. Of course, I'll take a mark on my wrist so I can go into my overpriced house and pay for my monthly fee to walk in the front door, pay for my monthly allotment of toilet flushes and water uses that I have and stuff like that. Because at least that's more peaceful than worrying about missiles flying around and having hunger and all this other stuff going on. That's where we're going. This is we're at the founding level for this mess, and they have their clowns in every area of the system ready to do what they do. You seen the one chick with her thing going. You seen this outbreak that's supposedly coming to hide this fuel shortage. Like everything that they're doing, they're slowly putting the pieces in place so that when in one big decision, all the people that's knocked out sleep thinking they got the American dream finna get not just the covers pulled from off of them, they finna pull the whole mattress off and flip them on the ground. Just finna pull everything, pull off the bed, and then when they flip on the ground, they're gonna kick them out the front door. That's where they're gonna set it up, so that it's such a shock to their psyche that people will just freak out and cling to whatever they throw at them to save them from it. That's where we're at. This is where we're at, man. Like I had a feeling earlier this year that this summer was going to be crazy, and it's looking out to be just that. It's looking out to be an interesting summer, y'all. It's looking to be an interesting summer, especially an interesting 4th of July. I'm very interested in seeing how 4th of July is going to go. It may go off with nothing. You know, that's what they do. They did it a few years before where they were trying to say something was going to happen and nothing happened. So it could be like is that. I wouldn't take that chance. All I'm saying is keep your eyes out. Keep your eye out. You know, don't go out there running into nothing and running into all this stuff. And then if they so-called take away your rights, we never had those rights from the get-go. What good did voting do anyway? What good did voting? As soon as the voting right, if you look into history about how the voting rights and stuff worked, I forget, there was a movie that talked about it too when we first got the ability to pretend like we can make change in this country with voting. Because if you believe voting works, then I got a bridge in I got a bridge over in London and a bridge in China and a bridge in Russia and India that I would like to sell you. They come in a package deal. They when they were vote initially, when we voted initially at that time, they threw out all the votes. And, you know, you don't think that they ain't been throwing out votes and ain't been, you know, like if you think that, you know, voting changes things, I'm gonna need you to wake up and look at where we are, because I've been through Democrat and Republican presidents and everything just keep getting worse. So please tell me what good is voting when everything just keeps getting worse and people that they even say are eligible for the vote. Like, you mean to tell me out of all the people that we had in this country, only the 2 oldest men running around were the only ones eligible for president? Or the Indian broad? that's the only ones that you had? Like, seriously? All right, bro. I just wanted to, you know, have this quick yap session to put this up on y'all. Put y'all, you know, bring some awareness and stuff out there, man. It's getting real goofy. It's getting silly. And the games are getting higher and higher. I mean, as we've seen with this stuff right here, it's we've seen this, you know, we've seen this movie before. We already seen this before. It's a rerun, you know what I'm saying? Except they just finna come in and add some extra stupid stuff. And it's really a different reason for what is going. So, you know, just be careful, man. That's what my thing is. Definitely, you know, if you can keep some stuff ahead, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe stock up on some things that you can, you know what I'm saying? Just get some little bit of extra stuff, because I've kind of been noticing, you know, I you know, go to the little store that I go to over here. I've been noticing shelves getting a little sparse. You know, and it was truck days and stuff. You know, I kind of figured out the days where their truck come and all that kind of, you know, stuff. And even after that, man, it's looking real sparse in a lot of areas in there. It's getting real sparsy for a lot of stuff. You know, I remember seeing even they had in their deli, they had a sign up at one point saying that they had trouble getting meat in, and you know, for like about a week or so, they didn't have any meat. And they finally got it replenished, but that's not normal. That's very much not normal in America. Like, it's what's going on. So it's getting real out here, y'all. It's getting very, very real. I highly suggest that when you go out, just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Don't just zone out. I know it's easy to do that because that's what we normally do to deal with the foolishness and driving and monotony of traffic and stuff like that. But just kind of keep an eye out, you know what I'm saying? Be aware of what's going on, because it's getting silly, man. It's getting silly. And they are definitely out here puppeteering a lot of foolishness behind the scenes, and we see it building and building and getting worse and worse and worse. And they especially are aiming at us. It's a special aim at us because the voting thing just like I didn't feel no type of way about it. I was kind of like, okay, it is what it is. they let it be known that they don't want us here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, and then I had just seen a thing with T3 and me where he was talking about they're canceling passports. I just saw on his channel not too long before I went live that they're canceling passports. There was a gentleman and his family that wanted to go to Africa with them, and they couldn't go because the man had back child support. Who's affected by the child support? Like I said, the Hebrew woman is the biggest, best weapon that the white man ever had. He has molded the Hebrew woman into his prime weapon because now they got you locked down again artificially with this child support nonsense. They said they pulled the man was there was a man who was getting ready to try to leave, and the U.S. Marshals came and pulled him off the plane and locked him up for child support, which is kind of crazy. Like U.S. Marshal for some for child support? Like seriously? It's getting silly, y'all. It's getting silly. It's getting wild and it's getting silly. So I pray that y'all be blessed, man. Keep your eye open. I know, some of us, we got our go bags. Keep your go bags ready. Make sure you got everything, good to go, because it's getting silly, man. It's getting it's getting silly, bro. It is fast approaching. It is very fast approaching. So with that, man, y'all be blessed. Keep y'all eyes out, and I'll see y'all next week.
DJ Kid, this a hit for show. I'm in the studio late night tryna lay some. Never shot a kid a show, he just wanna take some. If you ain't scared to rep the Lord, then boy, you better say some. King is stepping in the bed, and when I walk, I shake some. I ain't a Florida boy, but I'ma show my teeth. Go tell it on the mountain, whole world know about G.O.D. What he did, he died for me, no, I can never pay that fee. What I'm rocking shoes with P6 and red bottoms on more. Hey, man, run that back, man. Run that back, man. I thought we were playing. Let go. I'm in the studio late night tryna lay some. Never shot a kid a show, he just wanna take some. If you ain't scared to rep the Lord, then boy, you better say some. King is stepping in the bed, and when I walk, I shake some. I ain't a Florida boy, but I'ma show my teeth. Go tell it on the mountain, whole world know about G.O.D. What he did, he died for me, no, I can never pay that fee. What I'm rocking shoes with P6 and red bottoms on my feet. Yeah, it was tempting, devil tryna get me. Keep it pimpin', told her keep it pimpin'. 33 down, feel like Scottie Pippen. Got 33 more, open the division.